Hi, I'm Olivia, and today's happy nugget comes from Mario Moreno Cantinflas, the great Mexican comedian and actor. Mario Moreno Cantinflas was one of the greatest, most successful, loved, and popular comedians of all time. I grew up watching Cantinflas movies, laughing my head off. Mario Moreno Cantinflas captivated a nation and the Spanish-speaking world with his joy, his extraordinary talent for improvisation, and his charisma, which are as unique as they are timeless. In his more than 30 hit movies, Mario Moreno played the same essential, impoverished, picaresque, peladito, or city slum dweller, later also portraying empowered public servants fighting against corruption and injustice. The character of Cantinflas was unforgettable, tripping over his own words, hardly being understood, getting himself out of the tightest spots by confusing everyone, and championing the underdog in a way that was both hilarious and endearing. Cantinflas gave us such classics as his English-speaking performance in Around the World in 80 Days, which won him a Golden Globe, and my favorite Cantinflas movies, Caballero a la Medida, Sube Baja, and El Ministro y Yo. In an interview, speaking about contemporary cinema, Cantinflas said, "It's runaway. It doesn't contribute much to humanity. I think that all art should be planned to project what's good in the world and in people, without forgetting that there's always the reverse in things, the negative. But according to the treatment that it is given will be its message. That's what I have tried to do with Cantinflas, insinuate always a little bit of goodness. I think humanism is intimately linked to the evolution of people, to the betterment of the human being. And the purpose of my life has always been betterment. If I had chosen to be a carpenter, I would be a good carpenter. If I had chosen to be an electrician, I would be now a very good electrician. I always believed that the betterment of one's profession is linked to the betterment of the entire being." Mario Moreno was born in 1911 in Mexico City, to what grew to be an impoverished family of 8 children. His father was a mail carrier. From an early age, Mario Moreno was always looking to better himself. He was a boxer, a singer, a dancer, waiter, and soldier before choosing a career as a comedic actor, something that was looked down upon in society. The year before Mario Moreno's birth, 1910, marked a revolution for Mexico. Political rebellion and violence led to a civil war and an armed conflict that lasted the better part of a decade. Out of this chaos, a different kind of revolution came about, an artistic renaissance. At the beginning of the 20th century, in Mexico, as in many places in the world, theater was a privilege of the wealthy and the elite, out of reach of the common man. To counter the darkness of revolution and war in Mexico, popular theaters, or carpas, traveling tents, sprung up everywhere. And every day, people swarmed these humble establishments in search of affordable laughter and entertainment. The character of Cantinflas was born in these traveling tents. The people loved him immediately, and by the 1930s, Cantinflas was a household hit. Mario Moreno took every opportunity that came his way to the limit. He acted in supported film roles, and then moved on to leading roles. But it wasn't until 1940, with Allí está el detalle, or Here's the Point, that Cantinflas cemented his fame as a film actor. Mario Moreno was confident in his talent, but never arrogant. At the height of his popularity, Cantinflas was not only the most popular comedian in the world, he was also one of the highest paid actors. Mario Moreno his generosity was legendary, but it wasn't just monetary generosity. It was the greatest kind of generosity, a generosity of heart. Mario Moreno's dreams were not limited by what others thought he should be doing, or by critics who called him unpatriotic because he dared to have horizons beyond his own country. In fact, Cantinflas loved his country. He thought of himself first and foremost as a Mexican artist triumphing around the world, and in doing so, he gave common people everywhere horizons beyond their own. Mario Moreno Cantinflas wasn't just an iconic symbol of the everyman in Mexico, Latin America, and the Spanish-speaking world. He was also a symbol of goodness, of a heart untainted by darkness, living with childlike enthusiasm and bringing laughter into people's lives. There were critics and elites who criticized Mario Moreno, who resented his wealth and fame, seeing it as a symbol of hypocrisy. After a pair of journalists criticized Mario Moreno for doing a commercial ad campaign for a credit card company, Mario Moreno was furious, and he said, "My work has cost me the privileged situation I'm in, but I know what it is like to live in need. I understand because I was there too. You have not understood the ad. There are two characters. It's not Cantinflas who says, 'Carnet goes with my personality.' It's the other character, Mario Moreno, the other one who has bettered himself and reached the top. He is the one telling Cantinflas that he can have this too. I never thought that people would think it wrong to inspire people to make money." Later, in an interview, responding to other criticism, Mario Moreno said, "I want to clarify that I don't need to be a sociologist to analyze the character of Cantinflas, whom I know better than anyone, because he was born with me. We were born in an environment of poverty, a poverty where you lack the most indispensable things, but we were never social dredges. We were poor, but with much dignity. We never assaulted anyone, we never robbed or were corrupt. We came from the popular theater, and with the permanent support of the people and all the Spanish-speaking public, we climbed heights in the hearts of people that never in our prolonged poverty we could have dreamt of reaching. Cantinflas signifies a reality marginalized but not defeated. He signifies the permanent effort of a man who wants to be someone in life." Humility allows us to see ourselves for who we are. Confidence allows us to understand our talents and what we're worth. But false adulation allows others to manipulate us to their agendas and to foster false pride. Knowing who we are and what we have to give is very important to becoming professionals who work with honesty, humility, integrity, and pride. There are people who demonize wealth. Some are envious, some are trying to deflect attention from their own wealth. But there's nothing wrong with wealth, with wanting a better life and better opportunities for yourself and for those you love, and to further the worthy causes you believe in. People who believe that money is the road to happiness are usually empty inside and very sad. But people who believe money is the root of all evil are lost and also very sad. Money is neither good nor bad. It is simply a tool in the hands of people who choose to be good or choose to be bad. Wealth doesn't determine who you are. Your character does. And if you have generosity of heart, then you're already richer than the richest miser in the world. And that's today's Happy Nugget. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe. As always, I'll link below the video anything I recommend. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.